Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. You're tuned in to a CWPA network remote broadcast of a women's varsity water polo tournament hosted by Penn State Behrend in Erie, Pennsylvania. Our free regular season remote broadcast is brought to you courtesy of Cap 7 and the Collegiate Water Polo Association. Featuring this game, we have Penn State taking on Mercyhurst. Penn State in the dark caps, Mercyhurst in the white caps. Mercyhurst getting it back into center. Is able to get the backhand off, but good defense there by Penn State. We've got a shallow, deep pool. That means we've got a goalie standing on the bottom and a goalie treading water. Should be an interesting one to watch. It's the last one of the day of this tournament. Before we had Penn State take on Grove City. No luck there. We'll continue this game with a Mercyhurst ball. Mercyhurst couldn't connect. It'll go back to dark. Ordinary foul called. They dish it over to the other side wing. Driver comes in, but there's a drop. They got to figure something else out. Dishes it to the center, who steps out. Another driver on the inside, but she still does not have ball side. Gets ball side. Not really, because that's a ball under. Great defense there by Mercyhurst. Good transitions from both teams, fast down the field into the positions. Here's ball side, but a drop is coming. We're going to get a drive to cancel the drop. And a new set. She's got ball side, perfect position. Gets the step out and finds the back of the net. First one of the game scored by number 3 from Mercyhurst. Penn State ball. We'll see if they can answer here. They've been doing well this tournament. Fast arms, good defense. Ooh, center comes in, but it looks like ref is going to signal it the other way. Mercyhurst with the ball. Struggling to get set up. That's going to be an offensive foul and back to the other side for Penn State. Here's a fast break opportunity. She fires, but it's knocked down by the goalie. Back to the other side. Mercyhurst now on the attack. Mercyhurst struggling to find an open player. Gets it to the center. She lobs it over the goalie, but no luck there. Back to Penn State. Penn State dishes it to center cage. There's a shot. Sails over the goal. Back to Mercyhurst. Looking for the ordinary foul on the outside, getting it around. Mercyhurst taking a long time to get the ball around. Ball comes into center. She gets an exclusion. Mercyhurst on a 6-on-5. Interesting setup here for Mercyhurst. They're going into a regular 3-3. 3 up top, 3 down low. There's the shot and the goal. Mercyhurst connecting their second to the back of their net. Number 4 putting this one in, putting us at 2-0. Penn State ball. Getting it around the perimeter. Whole set. Gets ball side. Step out. It hits the top bar. No goal. Back to Mercyhurst. Great job by both of these teams. Looks like the defense has been solid on both sides. Just looks like Mercyhurst is able to connect some to the back of the net. Ball comes into center for Mercyhurst. Looking for the call, dishes it out. They're able to maintain control. Shot clock winding down to 0. They're going to fire. Easily picked up by the goalie. Here's a fast break for Penn State. Comes in. Good pass by the goalie. There's a call. Looks like it's just an ordinary foul. Great drop there by Mercyhurst defense. Good transition here by Mercyhurst. There's a big front coming in center from Penn State. Good job by that center defender getting ball side, shutting down the center for Mercyhurst. And the defense is just pushing them way out of position. Great job by Penn State. There's a foul. Shot blocked by the shot block. Penn State wastes no time getting it down the field and into position. For some of them, we can't get the wing on the left side all the way down just yet, but good pickup there by Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst getting it around the perimeter. Shot clock is winding down. They got to do something with it soon. There's the shot and the goal. Outside shot from Mercyhurst. Number 16 connects, putting us at 3-0. 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if Penn State can put one in for a goal. Ooh, that ball skips a little too far, and Mercyhurst picks it up. We've got a 2-on-1 situation. They're just going to wing out and decide to set up a play. We've got crowding in the center. Good recognition getting out of there. We've got about one more play in the game. What can Mercyhurst do? Gets the shot, fires, hits the post, no goal. Goalie's going to fire it from all the way down. Excuse me, that was a pass, but that does it for the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. Mercyhurst on top. of the host of this tournament, Penn State Behrend. We're going to take a commercial break, but stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
At the CWPA, we are always thinking about new ways to make your water polo experience more fun. That's why we've come up with a new program where we're going to be streaming all regular season games for free this season. Now, this program is made possible by the generosity of Cap 7. Cap 7 is one of those great organizations that feel strongly about the growth of water polo and the experience for you as an athlete. So we hope you enjoy these broadcasts. Just remember, they're coming to you courtesy of this great sponsor.
To watch live broadcasts on the CWPA network, visit www.cwpatv.com. Either sign in with a previous account or create a new account to begin watching free live or on-demand broadcasts listed within the portal. Let your friends, family, and fans know they can now watch your regular season games for free this season, courtesy of Cap 7 and the CWPA.
You're watching the CWPA broadcast brought to you by Cap 7.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to the CWPA network. My name's Ben Baldridge. I'll be commentating the games for you today. The final game in this tournament, hosted by Penn State University Behrend. 3-0 is our score here in this game between Penn State, the hosts, and Mercyhurst University. Mercyhurst has gave us a good showing in the first quarter, shutting out Penn State and putting 3 on the board of their own. CWPA YouTube channel, your #1 video source for everything water polo. Check out our Tip of the Week series, CWPA Remote Series, Game of the Week, and more. Visit youtube.com/CWPA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the premier water polo provider specializing in all your water polo needs. Visit cap7.com to find the gear you need to take your game to the next level. Cap 7 is a proud sponsor of the CWPA network. Here we are in the second quarter. Sprint. We've switched sides. Again, we've got a shallow, deep pool. So we're switching sides every quarter to make it fair. Mercyhurst wins the sprint. They'll have the first possession of the second quarter. Nice tough defense here from Penn State. Pressing for the steal. Exclusion called against Penn State. Mercyhurst will be a woman up for 20 seconds. Nice dry passes along the perimeter. There's a shot knocked down by the goalie. Almost tipped in by Mercyhurst, but Penn State is able to maintain control. They are now on the attack. Heavy drop from the point position. Looks like we're going to get a switch. There's a shot, no goal. Easily picked up by the goalie from Mercyhurst. Nice transition there by Mercyhurst. Starting plays heavy press defense by Penn State. Except there, the drop. She's going to try to force the shot from that side. There's the shot, no goal. Great save by Penn State goalie. Penn State. They want to force the shot from that side. Excuse me, that's an exclusion. It's a 6-on-5 opportunity here for Penn State. That pass went errant. It'll take a large chunk out of their shot clock. We'll see what they do with it. Good defense here by Mercyhurst as they get even, and a nice catch by the goalie. Back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst now in position. Nice defense here by Penn State, staying up in the lanes. Ooh, a good swing over to the wing and a nice step out shot, but the goalie was way on top of that. No luck for Mercyhurst. Penn State fires. Tipped out by the goalie, goes out of bounds, and it's a 2-meter. Two-meter throw in here for Mercyhurst. Excuse me, for Penn State. Get a driver into post. She can't maintain control, and it'll go back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst looking for a driver on the near side. Finds someone right at the doorstep. She takes a step out. Passes it to the wing. Driver coming in. Oh, she gets swam upon. That is an exclusion called against Penn State. Clear as day. Great calling by the refs. 6-on-5 now for Mercyhurst. Looking for the shot. Doesn't want to take it. Very tapered offense here by Mercyhurst. And there's the slam in. Great shot there by number 2 from Mercyhurst, extending their lead, making it 4-0. Mercyhurst looking really strong here in the first half of gameplay. Can they keep it up? And it seems like they can. They get the steal right at their doorstep. And they are back on the attack. Here comes the drive. Gets it down to the wing. Good recognition by the defense. Oh, and a great shot by the lefty from Mercyhurst. Just slams it home. Number 14 putting in her second of the game. Putting us at 5-0 with 3 minutes 13 seconds left to go in the half. Looks like we got a timeout or other stoppage on the field. Great time to talk about our alumni initiative. It is the most important new program ever established by the CWPA. We are asking graduating seniors to get involved after their collegiate seasons are over in one of 4 ways. Become a referee, become a mentor, become a coach, or become a financial supporter. By encouraging our alumni after graduation, we can add programs, make playing more fun, and reduce participation costs. If you or someone you know is interested, contact the CWPA office at 6102 sports. That's 6102 sports, or send an email to office@collegiatewaterpolo.org. Here we are coming out of the timeout. We got a timeout called by Penn State. We'll see what they come up with. Goalie's going to throw the ball in for us. Drive coming from that's a release or a pick. Coming from the other side, ball comes into center. The drop is right there. Can she get the call? No, she cannot. Mercyhurst ball. Mercyhurst right at the doorstep. Another great play there on the far side wing. That's number 13 putting it away for us this time, putting us at 6-0. About 3 minutes left to play in the half. Mercyhurst doing a great job getting the front on the center, forcing Penn State to do something different. Here comes the drive. She's just going to turn it herself. Try to go for it. Stops. Gets it to the other wing. Good defense by Mercyhurst. Getting an ordinary foul. Penn State, not much time left on the shot clock. What can they do? Struggling with this Mercyhurst defense. They fire, give it right to the goalie, and it's back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst doing a great job on these transitions, even when they're tired. She's looking for the ordinary foul. Gets an offensive. And that'll be Penn State ball. Penn State needs to start making some plays. They're not too far behind. If Mercyhurst can score 6.5, so can they. We'll see what they can come up with. Good defense here by Mercyhurst. She knows she doesn't want to shoot it, but she doesn't want that ball coming in. There's a shot. Blocked by the Mercyhurst goalie. Mercyhurst getting it into center. Can she do anything with it? The drop comes to shut that play down. Back to Penn State. Great defense here. It seems like Penn State gets more competitive, more fast with every minute that goes by in their games. It looks like they just tighten their defense the second half. They get more goals in the second half. It's the complete opposite of us normal people, where we get tired the more we play. It seems like they just get better the more they play. There's a exclusion called against Mercyhurst. So Penn State has a really good opportunity to score 6-on-5. That does it for the quarter. 6-0 is our score going into the second half. We're going to take a commercial break for this halftime, but we'll be back right after this.
The power of Cap 7 customization.
If you're interested in getting custom team suits, visit cap7.com, click on custom gear at the top, and simply fill out the questionnaire. Once you do that, it arrives to us. We'll hand it to one of our sales team, and they'll walk you through the process. It's really simple. We design the suit for you at no charge. You provide us with sizes, and we produce the suits. In 3 weeks, you can have your fully customized team suits. Fully custom turbo water polo caps. The opportunities to design these are pretty much limitless. We can change the color of the piping. We can put any sort of logo. Here we'll see we've got Villanova Wildcats, and they keep their logos really consistent. The other thing I want you to understand and know that you can add a third number or even a fourth number if you'd like. The other thing you'll see with our caps here in 2016, we upgraded our ear guard, and we've created a specific hole here to put on the cap stringers, which helps to prevent the breakage on the caps. Custom ball options. You'll see in my right hand here is a laser etched ball, and you can see that we have 5meter.com is the company that had these balls made. The two differences really with a custom printed ball is this ball is painted on, and the 5-meter ball is laser etched into the ball. This is exactly how it looks. And then we have our custom balls for schools, clubs, high schools, whatever you name it. Lots of people do it. And this is actually screened on the ball. But you have to do 60 balls on this side, 12 balls on the laser etch.
Get your water polo gear customized by the specialists at Cap 7 and Turbo. The power of Cap 7 customization.
If you're interested in getting custom team suits, visit cap7.com, click on custom gear at the top, and simply fill out the questionnaire. Once you do that, it arrives to us. We'll hand it to one of our sales team, and they'll walk you through the process. It's really simple. We design the suit for you at no charge. You provide us with sizes, and we produce the suits. In 3 weeks, you can have your fully customized team suits. Fully custom turbo water polo caps. The opportunities to design these are pretty much limitless. We can change the color of the piping. We can put any sort of logo. Here we'll see we've got Villanova Wildcats, and they keep their logos really consistent. The other thing I want you to understand and know that you can add a third number or even a fourth number if you'd like. The other thing you'll see with our caps here in 2016, we upgraded our ear guard, and we've created a specific hole here to put on the cap stringers, which helps to prevent the breakage on the caps. Custom ball options. You'll see in my right hand here is a laser etched ball, and you can see that we have 5meter.com is the company that had these balls made. The two differences really with a custom printed ball is this ball is painted on, and the 5-meter ball is laser etched into the ball. This is exactly how it looks. And then we have our custom balls for schools, clubs, high schools, whatever you name it. Lots of people do it. And this is actually screened on the ball. But you have to do 60 balls on this side, 12 balls on the laser etch.
Get your water polo gear customized by the specialists at Cap 7 and Turbo. The power of.
Hello and welcome back. You're tuned in to the CWPA network. My name's Ben Baldridge. I'll be commentating the game for you today. We've got Penn State University Behrend taking on Mercyhurst University. We're in the third quarter. We've switched sides yet again. And Mercyhurst wins the third sprint in a row. Six to 0 is our score. Can Penn State catch up with this Mercyhurst team? Excuse me. Popped out of play. Penn State ball. Penn State with a fast transition. Lots of movement here by Penn State. Good defense by Mercyhurst. There's a shot knocked down by the goalie. Looks like we're going to have a call. She did not back up far enough on the shot block, so it'll be an exclusion. Penn State ball on the 6-on-5. There's the shot. Sails over the cage. Back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst up top with it. Front coming from the defense. We'll see what they can do. Ball goes to wing. She's posted up. She wants it. Ball gets dropped to her. She gets pulled back, and that's an exclusion. Maybe, and just an ordinary foul, excuse me. Ball comes back into middle. Goalie pops out for a steal. And that's that. Back to Penn State. Penn State heavily fronted by Mercyhurst. Good defense, press defense there by Mercyhurst, making that Penn State player panic and throw it away. There's the shot from way out of town, and that'll fall short. Mercyhurst gets it to center. She's left wide open, but she's on her back trying to take the shot. Gets a hold of it. Gets another defender on top of her. That'll be a call. And they'll dump it in the corner. Penn State ball. They've got inside water. Gets it into center. Gets the turn. There's the shot, and it falls in. Excuse me, they do not call that a goal. She was wrapped around the center defender, so that'll be an offensive. Back to Mercyhurst. Rough break for Penn State. There's a shot and a goal. Number 20 from Mercyhurst, extending their lead, making it 7-0. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in the quarter. Mercyhurst with a slew of substitutions. As we get situated on the pool deck, check out collegiatewaterpolo.org to stay up to date on league news, schedules, and new initiatives as we continue to grow the great sport of water polo. Here we go. Penn State ball. They'll bring it in from the half. Driver comes in. See what she can do. Looking for the turn. Gets it off, but the goalie is right on top of that. Back to Mercyhurst. She wants it. Defense comes in to shut it down. Ball comes in. There's a shot. Falls short. Back to Penn State. Penn State ball. They get it ball side to where center is. She's got an open shot. Fires and gets it. Penn State with their first goal of the game. Scored by number 6. I believe that's 6. Little wrinkle on the cap. Can't tell if it's 6 or 8. 3 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in the quarter. Drives coming from Mercyhurst. They force it in, and the drop comes back. Refs are going to signal it for Penn State. They'll be off on the attack. Ordinary foul up at the top. Driver finds inside water, but help comes back from Mercyhurst. That'll be their ball. Ball comes into center for Mercyhurst. She gets the step out. Goalie blocks it. Penn State gets it to ball side. Intercepted by Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst on the attack. Ball comes into middle. Goalie steps out for a steal. Great play there by Penn State goalie. Gets it center cage. Fires. Hits the post. No goal. Mercyhurst ball. Gets it over to the wing. Good transitions here. Center gets dropped on. No luck there. Penn State ball. Penn State gets it to the wing. Wing fires. Lobs it. No luck. Hits the top bar and out. Mercyhurst ball. Mercyhurst being left wide open on the wing. There's a shot and a goal Nice lob over the goalie. Number 11 putting that one away for her team, putting us at 8-1. That does it for our quarter. Final score going into the fourth will be 8-1. We're going to take another commercial break to hear a word from our sponsors, but stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Cap 7 head guard. This product was designed specifically to reduce the risk. You can't prevent a concussion, but you can definitely reduce the impact by wearing a Cap 7 head guard. The most important thing when you look at this cap specifically is the dimples. This has been tested by University of California, Irvine, and been proven to reduce impact by 25%. To put the cap on specifically, you have to have your hair wet. Okay, it's just like putting on any sort of swim cap. So I want to hook it in on the front of my head and then pull it down around. It goes on really quickly and easily. If you try to put it on with dry hair, you're likely to pull your hair out and you're likely to rip the head guard. Now, depending on the cap you have, I recommend doing this in front of a mirror. But as you see again, hooking in on the front first, and even without a mirror, I can just feel around and slap the cap right on. I highly, highly recommend this for any full contact drills during practice. It's the no-brainer when it comes to reducing the risk. Cap 7 head guards, check it out at cap7.com.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to the CWPA network. My name's Ben Baldridge. I'll be commentating the game for you today. Right now we're watching Penn State University Behrend take on Mercyhurst University. We're in the fourth quarter. Mercyhurst with a dominating lead. Stand by for the sprint. Here's the sprint. We have switched sides. Mercyhurst wins the sprint. They have won all 4 sprints of this game. Very fast players. Very decisive players here on this Mercyhurst team as well. There's a turn right at the doorstep. Goalie pops out for a steal. Great job by Penn State. Heavy front there by Mercyhurst defense. What can Penn State do? And there's a steal. Back to Mercyhurst. Ball comes into center. Mercyhurst gets the turn and the step out with a powerful shot. Ref calls for an offensive, and it's back to Penn State. Penn State. We've got a double hole set. Both of them are fronted. Ball comes into center. She fires, but it sails wide right. No goal. Back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst gets the wet shot, looking so clean until it wasn't. That's out of bounds. Goalie knocks it out of bounds, so it'll go back to Mercyhurst. Ball comes into center. Center steps out, big moves, and that does it for Mercyhurst. They get a goal. Nice moves there by number 3, putting her second one in, putting us at 9-1. Penn State ball. Heavy front there again by Mercyhurst, forcing Penn State to do these drives. There's the shot, hits the top of the bar, falls out of bounds, and that'll go back to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst dishes it out. Penn State ball. Shot clock wind down to 0. Possible timeout called. 30-second. Looks like both teams are making their way down the field. Excuse me, the pool area. End of 30-second timeout. Penn State, 6-on-5 opportunity here. Passes along the perimeter. There's a shot knocked out of bounds by the goalie. Back to Penn State. Looks like they're even though. They'll go back to 6-on-6. She's looking for the ordinary foul. Gets it into center. Center pops a shot, and that's a goal. Another one for Penn State. Number 8 putting it away, bringing our score 9-2. 4 minutes left in the game. Mercyhurst with the ball. Mercyhurst looking for the inside turn. Gets an exclusion. It'll be Mercyhurst ball on the 6-on-5. There's a shot, and there's a goal. Number 10, 16 from Mercyhurst, bringing us to 10. Penn State 2, 2 minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the game. Penn State ball. Driver coming through. Drop comes. Dishing it across to the other wing. Shot comes, but Mercyhurst goalie blocks that down. Back to them. Mercyhurst getting it to the point position. Into center. Goalie pops out. Great steal there by Penn State goalie. Penn State gets an ordinary foul. Another ordinary. Ooh, she had good position on the inside. Excuse me, no, that's a heavy front. There's the shot and a goal from way out of town. Penn State fires from half court and connects. Number 8, looking happy about that one. Bringing us to 10-3 with 2 minutes left to go. Mercyhurst puts it in. Center. Help comes. She's able to get the shot off, but it falls short. Mercyhurst gets the steal and the ordinary foul back to them. Mercyhurst, right at the doorstep, gets the lob shot and a great goal. Good look there from number 2. Mercyhurst now 11, Penn State 3. Looks like it's a 30-second timeout yet again by Penn State. Penn State fronted yet again in center. They got to find another way to get close. Ordinary foul. There's the shot. Deflected off the post. No goal. Mercyhurst. Fronted in their center. They do a good job getting it around. Ooh, a nice pass to the driver. And a great block by Penn State's goalie. Looks like Penn State is going to hold it till the clock runs down to 0. Goalie's just going to pass it to the ref, and that does it. 11-3 is our score. Mercyhurst taking home the win. Great job by Mercyhurst. Congratulations to them. And also great job to Penn State putting up a fight. That does it for our tournament this weekend. Thank you so much again for joining us here on the CWPA network. You can check us out for more games this season. Just go to collegiatewaterpolo.org to find the schedule and find your favorite players, tournaments, and standings. Another great job to Mercyhurst on taking home the win. My name's Ben Baldridge. I hope you guys have had a wonderful time and stay safe. I'm out.